I just have trouble balancing of like, basically like I'm going on another date, not because I'm blown away, but because I want more data and I want to give this person a chance and they seem like a really great guy. But then things tend to fizzle and it's like, I don't know if it's like ghosting or what. And even though they don't reach out to set up another date, I feel like it's me because they can tell that I'm like,
okay, but wait, what you just said before. So I'm just trying to get some clarity here. You said, I think they're really great. It's like worth it to go out with them again to get more data. How does that feel? I'm going to go out with them again because they seem really great and I'd like to get more data. How does that thought feel?
I know, like not sexy at all.
Yeah. And then they're not interested in you and you're like, oh, it must be me, but you weren't into them.
I know.
So the only,
but I'm also a very like good judge of character, but I can like kind of know within like 30 minutes if I'm like how I'm going to feel.
yeah, but you could also be
you
could be a good judge of character and see that he's a really good person. I think I was talking about this the other day. I don't know if we're connected on social media or if you follow me, but I did a reel on like, he could be everything on paper and you could also not be into him. And that's the vibe that I'm getting from you, like right off the bat. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I like. I am doing all the work and I'm open to seeing if there's a connection to grow, but that's very different than saying, I'm interested enough to gather more data.
I know.
Right? If you're thinking, right, this should be a good rule of thumb. If I'm thinking, great guy, not really sure, but I'm willing to go out again to gather more data, it's a no.
Yeah.
Because you're saying my ex-husband was great. There were a lot of positive things. I have pulled my life together in a completely different way. Now I'm really clear. And it's very interesting. You thought your question was, how do I balance both? But here's how you balance both. Make dating your top priority and only go out on dates with people you genuinely are interested in.
Yeah. I'm good with the first date. I've gotten really good at like being very like clear on like if I want to go out with someone the first time. I think where I fall down is like I always give someone a second date.
Why?
Because I'm so picky. Like I can't even tell like there's not enough time on this call for me to give you my ick list. Like
no. I don't need to hear it because I get it because I was you, but I actually don't think you're honoring your ick list enough.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think like this is really good. You're picky. I'm assuming everybody here is picky, right? Which is a good thing. But, I always went with physical attraction from from middle school through to my mid-30s, right? Like I was like, I have to be attracted. Now, I'm just someone who just knows. And if I'm not physically attracted, no. And then I was like, wait a second. I actually have a lot of evidence of seeing an attraction grow. And so then I did play with that on dates of like, there's something here, but you don't have to do that over and over and over and over and over again.
Right. Yeah.
And I had then learned that the last guy who broke my heart in 2017, I was like, he is so nerdy, but there's something about him. And then I got super attracted to him because we just had great chemistry and I was like very attracted to his brain. And he was also avoidant attachment style. And so that was a fabulous dance and he ended up breaking my heart.
Yeah.
And then I met Larry and I was like, oh my God, I lost my words. And I was so attracted to him right off the bat, but I don't think Larry became the one because I knew I was attracted to him off the bat. I let go of needing to be attracted. I think that's one of the reasons because I let go of needing to be attracted right off the bat. So I'm not saying honor the automatic ick. No, like you can see that and then actually investigate. Wait a second. I don't need to gather more data. I just like really genuinely ask myself, is it worth seeing this through again because I liked XYZ? you're kind of saying, I'm saying the same thing, but it's coming at it from a different angle. I need to collect more data because this is me being really good and working really hard and being the good student at finding my person because I'm collecting data. I'm never going to let this one go for you, Katie.
Right? I had a really long work day where there was a lot of data involved.
I think it's perfect because I think probably a lot of people here can relate. And it's like, this is me showing up differently in my dating life in this like robotic way. And it's like, no, you still get to honor that. Like you get to choose someone who does it for you in all the ways or, but it's like, instead of go out again to gather more data, there was enough here that I liked that I'm really curious to see more. So that's the difference. You should write that down. Everybody should write that down.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going out to gather more data. I'm going out because there was something there that was like intriguing enough to me. And I'm curious to see if there's more, you know, I'm noticing my ick factor. I notice what I automatically write off, but like, we know that your automatic ick factors haven't worked for you in the past.
Yeah.
So the automatic ick factor, your brain's going to do that, but that doesn't mean you force yourself. I always say yes to second dates because of my automatic ick factor. No, you get to honor and ask. And I think the final component to that, Katie, is it depends on each individual person. This is not like, you guys have to like stop with the, like, I'm good about the first dates. And then like, I always go on the second date because I got to gather more data. It's like, no, don't be someone who always goes on a second date.